Hello, fellow warriors of light of Eorzea and beyond. Kitty King TV here, and today we are going to be talking about what you can do to prepare yourself for the Pandemonium Savage. As we all know, the Pandemonium Savage raids are set to release on January 4th, 2022. Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! And if you're a content guzzling, well oiled machine like myself, then you're probably super excited to see what 6.5 Savage brings to the table. But where do we start? How do we best prepare for what's near in the future? Well, let's start off with gearing. As we know, the current highest eye level gear in the game right now is dropped from the 2 extremes and the Pandemonium normal raids. Currently, we can only get a set amount of gear from the normal raids each week, so there is a limit to what you can possibly have. However, the 2 extreme trials you can run over and over again to get as much gear as you need from them. It's safe to say, since the normal raids eye level requirement is 565, you can assume from the pattern of previous raids that the eye level requirement will be 580 eye level. Of course, we don't know this for sure. Yoshi P could throw us a curveball, but it's very likely that it will be the first requirement. Now, that may seem a bit scary at first for what your current eye level could be, but if you've been doing your Pandemonium normal raids, so far as this video is going out, you should be on the 2nd week, and hopefully you are able to grab you some nice 580 left side gear. That'll help boost your eye level tremendously, as well as the new crafted gear that will also be released with Pandemonium Savage, which, if mimicking the past, should be around 590 gear able for purchase or craft. Now, gear sellers are going to be selling these sets for an arm and a leg. You can even find pre-ordered gear for about 10 mil in the party finder from people taking orders. But note, you will most likely not need a full set to enter the raids if your current gear is up to snuff for the current patch. Now, I'm not the richest guy in Final Fantasy, so I opted to level my crafters and kind of craft my own gear, or at least make some earnings back if I do decide to buy the gear right off the bat. Another reason why I've opted to craft is so I can have all my food and potions ready to go on launch day. Now, tinctures aren't going to be a complete must, but we'll get to that. However, you are going to want food for raid day. Whether you're with a static or just pugging, having food will be a significant help when progging fights. Just the sheer extra vitality from most foods will give you that little bit of edge to survive an extra hit or two, and that could be seriously impactful while progging. As well as the damage buff and the crucial DPS checks for ad phases or even in rage, food is definitely going to be a big help. So that's going to be something you for sure are going to want to use. That's going to be a definite, whether you're in a static or pugging, it's going to help you and it's going to benefit everybody else. So definitely get you some food. Please, please, for your friends and your fellow raiders, bring food. That's going to be beneficial for you, for your team, for everybody, for all. Bring food. Please. Now, I'm not going to say you need tinctures, all right? I'm not going to say you need tinctures, all right? Unless you are hardcore progging, most likely with a static, going for those early kills and fast progression. But having a few for backup, just in case, can really come in handy. If your party is struggling with a DPS check, or if you're hitting in rage, popping a few tinctures won't break your bank and could have serious payoff. It could save a ton of time if your party is reaching the end of closing out a fight. Next up, study your raids. Now, I know what you're thinking. Kitty! Oh my god, Kitty, how can I study the raids? Oh my god! Kitty, the raids aren't out yet. How can I study the raids if they're not out yet? MTQ hasn't made a YouTube guide yet. How am I going to study? There are still ways to prepare yourself and practice for the raids, even if it's not out yet. A solid way of practicing before the raid is studying the normal mechanics. A lot of the mechanics are going to be similar, if not the same, that transition over from normal to savage. So practice, practice, practice till you know the fights and are comfortable with them. Not to mention, it will also help you be more comfortable with your class and abilities. A lot of people switch jobs in Endwalker, like myself. I went from playing Dark Knight tank maining to now enjoying Reaper as DPS. So make sure whether if you did or did not switch classes during Endwalker, that you're comfortable with the class you're playing and can give it your all, give it your best. Now that we've got our gear and consumables checked, we've practiced, we prepared ourselves to the best of our ability, the most important thing, and I cannot stress this enough, I cannot stress this enough. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Have fun with this new experience with your fellow adventurers. There'll be all sorts of skill levels and speeds for the raids, so don't be afraid to jump in, whether it's your first time raiding ever or you're a battle-hardened veteran. If you're raiding with friends or a static, that's great. If not, that's okay too. Try to find groups that fit your style, experience, and speed. There'll be all sorts of things in Party Finder. And I know that I'll be pugging myself probably, looking for people that have the crafted gear and trying to go for first week clears. With all this being said, you know, I'm Kitty King TV, and I hope this video helped you out a ton. If it did, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment if there's anything else specific you would want to know. And happy raiding, adventurers.